Hello my friends and welcome to another video of my channel. In this video we will talk about the DatePicker. For this I built this new project and called it DatePicker example. Let's go to the codes and add a DatePicker. Wrap content, and that's it. Let's connect it to the constraint and here as well. Okay, I'm going to keep this text view and use it here to display the date on it. So if you don't know how to use a text view, I have a video about it. I will put the link of this video here on top of the page and you can click on it to watch this video. Then I will add a button here, and also if you don't know how to use a button, I will put the link of the video about button here into the top of the page and you can see this video by clicking on the link. Okay. Okay, the ID of the DatePicker is DatePicker and the ID of the textView is textView, and the text I set to date is not set, and the text of the button set date, and the ID of the button is button. But let me increase a bit the size of the text of the text view to make it more visible. 34 SP is a good size. 34 SP. Okay, let's see it without writing any code into the emulator. Okay, I have a DatePicker here. I can click on the days of the calendar, or changing the months, or choosing a year. Then I have two ways to display the date into this text view. First of all, we can set the date on the DatePicker, then pressing the set date and it will be displayed on the text view. And the second way is to monitor the DatePicker and real time after any time that the user changed the date or one of the factors of the date, automatically it will be displayed on the text view. I will show you both ways, but first I will start with using the button to set the date. Okay, let's go to the Kotlin code. First of all, I'm gonna initialize the variables. Okay, DatePicker was to find view by ID with the type of DatePicker, and with the address of r.id.datePicker. Then button equals to find view by ID with the type of button and the same r.id.button, and I'm gonna duplicate this line by pressing Ctrl D to make it faster. TextView with the type of TextView and the ID of TextView. Okay. First of all, we need to assign the function setOnClickedListener for the button. Then we need 3 variables. First of all, the year, then month, and then day. Okay. Then I have to assign DatePicker dot year. Simply with this line of the code, the year of the DatePicker will be taken and will be located into this variable, and then DatePicker dot month, the same for the month and the same for the day of month. Then the TextView dot text equals to date is $year $, month and $day. Okay, let's check it on emulator. By default, the date of today is set on the DatePicker. By pressing the set date, it will be displayed here. Date is this, and if I change it to any other date and even the month and the year, after setting the set date, it will be displayed here, 6th of March 2021. Okay, as you see, by changing the date without pressing the button, nothing will happen, but after pressing the button, the date will be set. Now I will show you the second way, which was monitoring the DatePicker and showing the date set by the user in the real time in the TextView. Okay, let's do it. For this, we have to monitor the DatePicker. by function set on date change listener. The second one has 3 variables by default, and I will choose it: the year, the month of year, and the day of month. Then I have to use the text view again here, dot text, and equals to date change to, again, dollar year slash dollar month of year, and like a slash dollar day of month. And that's it. Let's check it on emulator. As you see, real time, without pressing the button, the date will be changed. Date changed to this or this, or let's choose the day from the previous month, or maybe change the year, and automatically it will be changed. Or still this button is functional, and if I press it, it will be changed to this text that I set here. Okay, that was everything about the DatePicker, and if you find any value in this video, please remember to give me a thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you are new in my channel, please remember to subscribe the channel and hit the bell button to be aware about new videos. If you have any question and comment, please write it into the comment section below, and I will be so happy to answer to your questions. Thank you very much. See you in next videos. Bye bye.